in the middle. We appreciate it. We have a few of our colleagues helping out with seating. While we're getting ready, if you wouldn't mind turning off your cell phones, please. I've already turned mine off. So please make sure cell phones are turned off, and we will get started here in just a few minutes.
You're the one eating it. Yeah, because you're the one that's hungry. No, okay, you know it's hot.
I would like to go ahead and get started with the TRP Trojan Band, Mr. Michael Price, our conductor. We give him a little round of applause to get the courage of kids. And away we go. Thank you all very much. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Brent Marquez Valenti, and I'm the principal here at Commissar Policita Middle School. My honor to present to you the graduating graduating class of 2014. I'd like that you please remain standing as Rayanne Arceo, TRP's Associated Student Body President, leads us in our Pledge of Allegiance, and the Trojan Band plays our national anthem. Rayanne?
Place your right hand over your heart and face the sun. And begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing, folks. Please be seated.
Is this sit down, Marissa?
It's okay, I'm standing.
Once again, I'd like to welcome everybody to today for coming out to celebrate this important accomplishment with the graduates today. Before getting started, I'd like to ask that you please not block the aisles to take photographs. Please, again, make sure you've turned off your cell phones. And please, if you haven't already, put balloons or any signs you have away or in the car, or we can hold them for you, so that we don't block the view of other families watching their child graduate. Also, and I have already heard a couple of horns out there, if you could please keep your air horns for after, we'd appreciate it. We want to make sure that all of the graduates' names are recognized for their families and that we all enjoy ourselves. I'd like to begin by recognizing the Jefferson Elementary School District's governing board members that are here with us today, beginning with the board president, Dr. Rebecca Douglas, Mr. Shaquille Ali, Ms. Marie Brizuela, Mr. Joe Otaide, and Mr. Joseph Waters. Next, I'd like to recognize our district administrators, Superintendent Bernie Vidalis, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources Jan Hopkins, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services Sandy McCulloch, and Assistant Superintendent of Business Services Julie Kessler. I'd also like to recognize somebody that most of our 8th graders already know, our mayor here of Daly City, Mr. David Canova. And I want to thank all of you for coming out today as well. First, we're going to hear from some of the best and brightest students that have come through the halls here at TRP over these last few years, starting with somebody you've already met, TRP's Associated Student Body President, Ms. Rayanne Arceo.
Today is graduation day. My name is Rayanne Arceo, class of 2014's ASB president. Middle school was a great chapter in my life that definitely came with a lot of challenges that were not easy. From struggling to find our classes in 6th grade, to debating if soda pop or pony boy was cuter in 7th, to struggling to catch our breath every PE day in 8th. I guess you could say the struggle was really real this year. I'll be honest, it was a struggle to even write this speech, as how could I sum up the most important and best 3 years of my life in a matter of minutes. I've gained so much confidence since I started middle school. Believe it or not, I used to be really shy. So it was a bit troublesome for me to start middle school since middle school meant new people and a whole new environment. To top it off, I came from a different district, so the majority of my friends were at another location. I had my best friend and my older cousin here, but our schedules were so off, I barely seen the two of them. Yet as 6th and 7th grade progressed, I gained many friends that helped me overcome being shy, which I'm very thankful for. I've gained a lot from my time here at TRP. I especially want to recognize the teachers here who have devoted their time towards us and have always believed in us. They've pushed us hard to prepare us for our next challenge, high school. High school will help determine our life ahead and mold us into the people we want to be. It holds a whole new set of memories for us to create. It's nerve-wracking to know that we will soon transition into high school, but I know we will pull through and be just fine because we will have each other. As cliche as it sounds, we are a family. You all have made an immense impact in my life that I am forever grateful for. I want to thank a special set of people who helped me survive my middle school years. To my teachers who always saw my intelligence and potential even when I sometimes didn't. To my friends who could always count on, especially to Eliza Verador, Angelo Velez, Aaron Cruz, Isaiah Darwin, Joshua Natividad, the Lunas, Angelique Flores, Rosalie Can, Tashina Anchetta, Alexi Montilis, and Kyla Blanc. I'm so glad to have you guys in my life. To my greatest support system, my brother Oliver. To my parents and Nana, I'd probably be a complete mess without them. I know I'm not the easiest person to put up with, but somehow you guys manage. I know I don't show it a lot, but I really appreciate everything you do. And I'm so glad to call them my parents. Well, fellow graduates, this marks the end of our journey here at TRP. It's been such a great ride with all of you, and I'm glad I had the chance to get to know all of you along the way. I'm going to miss you guys. Thank you all for a wonderful memory.
Thank you, Ray. I guess I'm graduating the Kleenex for all of us. Now, we'll be hearing from our 2 valedictorians. These 2 students have excelled during their 3 years here at TRP, each of them earning the highest grade point average over their time here. Let me introduce to you Ms. Alexia Macahilas and Mr. Alex Lynn.
Graduate! Like, we're graduating! Yeah! Okay. First of all, there's a few things I have to say, like, it might not be like derail this situation, but I promised one of my best friends at the beginning of the year. She told me that if I became valedictorian, I have to shout this out to her. So there's this Brazilian model who's from Brazil, and he's a model named Francisco Lachowski. And 9 rows back and 8 seats from my left sits Millicent Santos. And like he belongs to her, people, so back off. And then I'd like to shout out Mr. Gannon, because like without you, we wouldn't be in shape. Like, oh my God. Oh, there we go. Okay, so from our past 8th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade years, we've learned that hard work is what gets us here. Like all of us, at some point, we had to work hard to be sitting down here to graduate. And so that hard work really paid off, and I'm so proud of all of us. Okay, and so we're only in middle school, and we're soon to be into high school. And we're teenagers, and I know that every little bad thing seems like the end of the world, but it's not. And then life does get better, and the bird flies away. But and the bird flies away, but we're not flying away yet. But just think that in 4 short years, we're going to. Okay, and I want to say thank you to Mr. Valenti and Mr. Dennis and all the teachers here at COP. And then I want to say thank you to Ms. Crawboy and Mr. File, because they've been awesome throughout these 3 years. Like, what other teachers would give us intramural programs? Like, no other school does that except ours. So that's what makes CRP special. Okay, and then thank you to Mr. Vallada. Oh, he put up with me for the past 2 years. And woo, it can be difficult too sometimes, so sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. And then I want to say thank you to my parents. Thanks for raising me. And thank you to my family. And I want to say something about student government, because student government, that's been my life for the past 2 years. Like, I don't know what I'd do without it. And then thank you, Mr. File, because he's been so important. Okay, Mr. File's been so important, and he's supported us for these past 2 years. And thank you for being with us in student government. I know we're all grateful for that, like everybody did. And then to the SG family, to the SG family.
everyone. Thank you all for joining the class of 2014 in our joyous celebration here at CRP Middle School. The staff here at Policita are dedicated to the craft. In 3 short years, our brains have been filled with incredible amounts of knowledge. From the outside, we may look like we need a bit of There's a lot of amazing learning going on in this incredibly underrated school. The tests and the projects and the lectures and the group work have all contributed to getting us ready for the rigors of high school. But something else I learned this year really stood out to me. It's an honor to be a valedictorian, but ironically, I believe that book smarts alone don't really get you anywhere. The teachers at TRP branch outside of the academics spot. We are taking many of their lessons in life with us, along with the numbers and words and formulas. Over the course of this year, I learned something very valuable that wasn't in any of my textbooks. The lesson is that you need a rag to keep your life clean. RAG stands for respect and gratitude. We all need to be respectful and grateful to those who guide us in our lives. Stop for a moment right now and pause the tape. Try to recall many things we've taken for granted all of these years from our family members and our teachers. Resolve to take a moment after this ceremony to show respect and gratitude to someone special. Our families, friends, and teachers have all made incredible effort and sacrifices to get us this far, and I hope they get the recognition they deserve. Remember, RAG, to pause every once in a while to take the time to show respect and gratitude to the people who helped you get to where you are. I wish the TRP class of 2014 much success in our future. Congratulations and thank you.
Find that in a couple of months. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, we do have one more speech. We have our salutatorian. Our salutatorian's hard work has earned them the second highest grade point average over their term here at TRP. And I'd like to introduce Ms. Thin Ong.
Members and members of the community for attending this memorial event. You have all had a great impact on the improvement and achievement of the students who will be graduating today. On behalf of the TRP class of 2014, I would like to express gratitude and respect for all of the efforts that you have invested in us. Throughout the year, we have learned about the sacrifices that were made in this country by those who come before us. Many have struggled and fought so that we can enjoy freedom, liberty, and opportunity. This theme of hard work and sacrifice seems to be an American tradition. I came to the United States 2 years ago. Most of you may not be aware of how much opportunity this country offers. Compared to my country, American education requires more thinking, and I was not used to it. It was hard being a new student with limited knowledge of English. Without the encouragement, understanding, and support of my teachers and friends, I'm sure I would not have been able to succeed and achieve what I have so far. Our country was built with the sweat and determination of immigrants. It's still being built by the legacy of their descendants and by those of us who have recently arrived. I love my country, Diploma, and my heritage, but I also love my new home, America, for the opportunities it has given me so far. As our class of 2014 moves on to high school and beyond, we need to strive to succeed both personally and as a generation, to honor and to show respect and gratitude to those who came before us. It is also up to us to encourage those generations who come after us. After all, it's an American tradition. Congratulations, class of 2014.
participated in classes that have required after-school commitments or school-wide responsibilities were rewarded with ribbons and medals for their service. Please join me in recognizing these hard-working students. Students, please rise while I call out the award you received, and then we will recognize you. Let's begin with students in peer mediation or that were elected conflict managers. Please rise. All students that were in student government, please rise. Looks like Keanu's filming the whole thing. Next, I'd like those boys on the honor roll receiving a 3.0 to 3.75 grade point average for all 4 quarters. Please rise. Now those ladies that were on the honor roll receiving a 3.0 to 3.75 grade point average, again, for all 4 quarters. Ladies, please rise. Next, all boys and girls on the principal's list having a 3.76 to 4.0 grade point average for all 4 quarters. Please rise. Next, all students receiving subject area awards in science, math, reading, social studies, PE, peer mediation, student government, dance, French, band, and arts. Please rise. Next, we'll have our 2 students of the year, Jason Wu and Alexia Macavila. You 2 will remain standing while the rest of the students of the month, please rise. Our 2 outstanding students of the year, Mr. Hans Denham and Mr. Phoenix Pasquale. And finally, our 8th grade spelling bee champion, Ms. Millicent Santos. Excellent job. Every year, we're fortunate enough to have generous individuals and organizations give scholarships to our students for excellence in academics and other activities at the school. This year, there are 11 scholarships awarded. So I'd like to begin by introducing the person that helps coordinate this, if not does coordinate it, Ms. Teresa Proano from Doug and Sarah Mortuary. Very good. Now these guys know there's something coming that nobody knows who or knows something. Shall I go ahead, or did you want to start with you?
I will just say that we started out with the Hillside Homeowners, and they've been doing this for over 50 years. And then Duggan's, I work at Duggan's Mortuary, and we thought it would be nice to bring our kindness scholarship over here to Thomas Policita, since myself and Michael and Richard were all alumni. We all graduated. And so, thank you. And so where it began, I started making phone calls and go start meeting these wonderful people that belong to the community and the businesses here in a synagogues in Daly City and Coma, and they're quite generous to be here today to honor wonderful students, hardworking, wonderful students. So on myself, on behalf of everyone, and they'll be speaking briefly to you, we're very proud of each and every one of you and happy to be here. And for the last 3 years, I've had my 2 nieces and my nephew graduate. So part of your class is my nephew, Roy Mendoza Jr. So, he didn't learn his own word. So I'd like to honor 2 students. I'd like to honor 2 students, and Doug and Sarah Mortray puts a lot on the value of kindness. We believe that kindness is a wonderful trait to have, and we're proud to honor 2 students today with the $250 scholarship award. The first one is for Marco Ascura.
Oh wait, you get more, don't make it too fast. Congratulations. Want to put it in the back? Thank you, Marco. We'll go down this way.
The next student I'm proud to honor is Mary Madison.
Congratulations. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Richard and Mr. Michael Roquetta from the Hillside Homeowners Improvement Association. We're going to present the Community Service Award.
Thank you. As Teresa said, both my brother and I graduated from TR Policita. In those days it was known as Coma Intermediate. And I'd like to say that this year would be my 50th year of graduation from here. And maybe someday you'll be up here presenting some awards. But the Hillside Homeowners is the homeowner association for this area. It's a voluntary homeowner association. We try to better the community, and these awards are given for outstanding and dedicated community service. And the first certificate and check goes to Angeli Flores. The second award for outstanding and dedicated community service goes to Ulysses Ramon. Thank you.
See the surprise in their eyes. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom McGraw from the First National Bank of Northern California to present the Excellence of Math Scholarship.
Congratulations. First, before I give out this award, I just want to ask some of you to do something for me. I was a terrible student when I was going to school. I don't really know how I ever got out of school, but I did. My familiarity with this area, I didn't go to school here, but I used to deliver drugs here. My dad had a drugstore at the top of the hill, and I used to be a delivery boy. I see a lot of parents going, wow. Anyway, I didn't do terribly well in school. When awards were being passed out, and by no means am I trying to in any way reduce the importance of the awards that are being given out and the students who've been acknowledged. But I was never given the opportunity to stand up and be recognized just for making it through school. So I'd like to ask all of you who haven't been announced and asked to stand up. Would you stand up now, please? Stand up. Let's hear it for them. It's pretty nice, huh? You don't want to sit down. You know, each one of you, some of you are very fortunate that you know what you want to do right now. You're in the 8th grade, you know what you want to do. There are a lot of you who don't know what you want to do. You might not find it until high school, you might not find it until college, or until you're 20, 30, or even 40. But I promise you this, each one of you have a gift. Each one of you have a gift. And the challenge you have in your life is to find what that gift is. Because when you find that gift, we know that this world will be a better place because you've been in it and you've been able to share that gift with other people. So hang in there. Do the best you can. Now, the irony here is that I'm passing out the math awards, and I didn't do very well at math either. How ironic. All right, the first winner of a $250 check, let's hear it for Shannon Moeller. Yes, all it is, your neck gets sore from marital bling. Congratulations. Stay right here. And the young man who has won the math award is Jason Wu. Jason. Congratulations, Jason. Would you mind tutoring me, maybe? Use all the help I can get. Quick picture, all right, photo op, over here. Thanks for that as well. Hey, thank you very much.
Shannon and Jason, I'll get these to you after. Keep it nearby. All right, next in line, we are happy to have Dr. Bruce Newman here today to present a dental slip. For the Excellence in Science Award, Mr. Newman.
Good afternoon. I'm a dentist. I've been practicing in the Diploma area for over 30 years, so I'm having a good run there. I'm here to recognize two outstanding students for excellence in the field of science. My love of science began in middle school, and it grew more during high school and college. The best is yet to come. As you further your education, you will enjoy it more and more. I chose to enter the healthcare field, but you will have a wide variety of choices on which direction to pursue in your future education. This scholarship award will help you to enhance your learning experiences. Congratulations to the 2014 Science Scholarship winners. They are Colin G. Another $250 scholarship is to Trisha Bautista. She'll be continuing. It's a dentist. Shave with the right tip. Next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Judy James, the Community Affairs Manager from Allied Waste, to present the Environmental Service Award.
Good afternoon, and I'd just like to shout out to you parents and family members for raising such a good-looking class of graduates. So let's hear it for your family. And I'm a little jealous. When I graduated, we didn't have many legs, so you guys rock. I'm Judy James, and I'm the manager of Allied Waste Services here in Daly City. And we're very proud to have been a long-time environmental services partner with Daly City. And we're even more proud that this is our second year of offering these scholarships for environmental services. 2 students worked really hard all year long to help with the school's recycling programs, and we really appreciate that. So I would like to offer our first $250 scholarship to Kyla Apolanis.
Parang grade 6.
Our next scholarship recipient is David Torres.
So next I would like to introduce Ms. Daisy Lee, owner of Moon's Car Restaurant, who will be presenting the Excellence in Social Studies Scholarship. Ms. Teresa Ferrara will be stepping up for Ms. Daisy Lee. Welcome Ms. Ferrara again.
How many of you want a blue star? One of the owners is a woman, so we're proud to say that many of you in 20, 30 years, you'll be up here with your business giving scholarships out. So Daisy was unfortunately had to go to a meeting, so she was unable to stay. But I am honored to present Social Studies Award. The first award is going to $250 check, as well as a gift certificate to eat. So our next student Hans Gunn.
Next, we're going to hear all right. Just wanted to make sure I was going to have the right person come on. For our English, excellent English scholarship, we have Mr. William Chauka from the Westlake Village Apartments coming to present.
Oh yes, you have the right person, all right. So, I looked across the graduating class here, and I'm really honored to be a part of this defining moment of your life. It sounds so serious, right? Defining moment of your life. But it really is. I took some time to write a speech, but I have to say that the words spoken by Brianne and Alexia, Alex, and Finn pretty much said it better than I could. You guys are so on it, I'm so impressed. So let's hear it for those leaders, shall we? So we talk about this defining moment of your life, and I thought about the stages of life that they're in, and I tried to come up with an analogy that y'all could relate to, and I thought back when I was in 8th grade and what was it like, and it was a little daunting, the prospect of growing up and putting it all into perspective. But one of the ways I put it into perspective was to think of things about life and what is life, and life is, when you're alive, you're moving, right? So how do you move? First you crawl, then you walk, then you run, then you learn how to ride a bike, and then you learn how to drive a car, and then maybe you're flying later, right? So, I thought about what is 8th grade? Crawling is like preschool, walking is like grade school, running is like middle school, so it's nice running with you guys. And know that you're about to enter into the phase of life, high school, that will be like riding a bike. And those of you who have ridden a bike know that it sure beats walking, right? And you can make up a lot of ground on a bike against the speed of walking. So those of you who maybe are a little bit behind the learning curve on some of the academic pursuits, as Tom wonderfully said before me, there's plenty of time to make up and find your gift. And you can really do it because it's not too late. You think, oh gee, I've kind of squandered away 8 years of school, I'll never catch up. That's not the case. You're about to climb on a bike and you can make up ground against the time you walk too slow. And in high school, as you enter that stage, bicycling, and as you get into college or trade school, it's like driving a car. You can make up even more ground. So don't despair about your grades or think you're mired in a rut, because there's still plenty of time for you to find your calling, and find your gift, and excel. I was a late bloomer in life. I have to say my job was pretty tough up to 8th grade because my mother was an English teacher, and she substituted at the middle school that I attended. So I had it tough. I had to fly right, or teachers would meet my mother in the teacher's lounge and give them an earful. So if you guys think you had it tough, if your mother's not a substitute teacher, you had it easier than I did. So anyway, I want to say finally that I'm here to present the awards for excellence in English. And I thought about what would be the best writing lesson that I could teach you guys as we're here today. And I thought about the importance of business and technical writing and all that goes with that. And I realized that the most important lesson in writing would be something where you write down everything that you have in life to be grateful. Touches on Alex's comments earlier about you need a rag to keep a clean life. Respect and gratitude. Every day when I wake up, I think to myself, what do I have to be grateful for today? And people say to me, gee, William, why are you always so happy? Why are you always so up? Why are you so optimistic? Why are you so enthusiastic? Why are you so lucky, William? Think of how lucky I am. I'm standing in front of this group at the most beautiful moment of your life at graduation, and I get to share a pearl of wisdom with you. And what is that pearl of wisdom? Remind yourself what you have to be grateful for, and it will lift your spirit, and it will give you strength for that day, and decide that today's going to be a great day. And you too can reach pinnacles beyond what you think possible by that aspiration. So find your happiness by reminding yourself what you have to be grateful for. I've got a couple of people whose names are on these certificates for their excellence in English, and they'll be grateful for the certificate we're going to give them. The first recipient for excellence in English, let's hear it for James Lang. And next, Shannon Moeller. Shannon, come on up.
Come down to Ascot. We have next coming up the president of ASF Electric, Miss Kathleen, and I did it phonetically, Lago Marcina. All right, not too bad. Lago Marcina to the excellence in student government.
Thank you, Mr. Blair. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Kathy Lago-Marcino, and I'm the president and owner of ASF Electric. ASF Electric was started back in 1971 by my dad, Andy Ferrari. I became an electrical contractor in 1983, and in 1996 became the president of ASF. We currently have 45 electricians working for the company, and we serve all of the San Francisco Bay Area. We're very proud of our motto, which is always striving forward. And I have to say that we're constantly trying to strive forward in educating our guys for learning something new in the electrical field to serve our customers. And today I want to thank Alex for teaching me something new with red. I'm going to bring it back to the company and make sure everybody uses that term out in the field in their daily construction life. So thank you. We're proud to present 2 awards in student government. The first one is along with a certificate and check for $250 to Lorraine Faye Sanchez. To Isaiah Sanchez.
Now here to present excellence in PE and for help. I ask Mr. Matt Vincenzi.
Good afternoon, students, families, and parents and faculty. My name is Matt Vincenzi, and my family owns Classic Bowling Center in Daly City on King Drive. We are the largest bowling center in Northern California with state-of-the-art lanes. We have 60 lanes. We're also home of the summer special where kids K through 12 can bowl 2 games and choose for only $5. So please come visit us this summer. I'm here today to present the Health Physical Education Scholarships to 2 students. First student is Paula B Valdez. Alright, next student, Steven Serpago. Alright, in addition to the scholarship, Classic Bowling Center will also be giving Steve and Paula a classic t-shirt and a family party pack for 4 of their family members to enjoy bowling, food, and beverages at Classic Bowling Center.
Next, we're happy to welcome Ms. Rossett, realtor from Arcavers Realty, to present the Excellent Business Award for the TRP Diploma.
here excited to be with this young wife. I would like to thank my friend Teresa for giving me this opportunity to be here. My name is Roxanne. I'm a realtor with Megapin Realtors and Achievers Realty Group. I know one day you will be successful, be able to work hard, save your money, and buy a home. So I'm here. I'm your local realtor. So what is a realtor? Plain and easy for you to understand. A realtor is a licensed professional who buys, sells, and rents homes. And here I am. I'd like to help you achieve your dream of owning a home one day. So I also would like to, since I'm doing the Excellence in Business Award, I'd like to share 3 excellent, powerful tips by Warren Buffett. It does not matter if you have $10, $100, $1,000. I hope you will take these tips to heart and mind. So I quote, on spending, Warren Buffett says, if you buy things you do not need, soon you will sell things you need. On savings, he says, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. And one final tip for you, his most famous tip, on money. Rule number 1, do not lose money. And rule number 2, do not forget rule number 1. So keep on living. Never give up. So on behalf of the team, the Megapin Realtors, I would like to present a check for $250 and a certificate of excellence in business for the TRP Mobile Media Club to Chi Chu. And the next award is going to Chelsea Soriano.
Ready for the presentation. So our last scholarship today, and again, this has just been fantastic. I really want to appreciate all the folks and all your patience for being respectful while we recognize the students and able to hear all of their names pronounced for their families. Next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Marie Villarosa. Ms. Teresa Proano, representing Sarah Monteith Shopping Center for our Excellence in Performing Arts Scholarship.
So Marie was unable to be here, but she sent some goodies. So for Ceremony Shopping Center, I'm proud to present Performing Arts Scholarship to 2 students. There's a gift certificate, there's a gift certificate and a bunch of goodies from Ceremony Shopping Center. So the first winner is Ronnie Our next winner, Julian.
Now I'd like to give our superintendent and board members an opportunity to address the graduates. First, I'd like to introduce to everybody once again Mr. Bernie Valdez, the superintendent of our school district. Mr. Valdez.
So we're almost there, guys. First of all, let me be the next to say congratulations to the class of 2014. Congratulations also to the parents, family members, and school staff that have helped make this moment possible for the students. So for many of you, as was mentioned before, this is not your first promotion ceremony. Some of you might have had a preschool, kindergarten, or maybe even a 5th or 6th grade ceremony. For all of you, I hope that this is not your last. So, a promotion ceremony for me is something like a landing in the middle of a staircase. I think we're all familiar with these landings. After a certain number of stairs, you get to a flat part where you can stop and rest and catch your breath. Sometimes it's, to change of direction of the stairs. But most of the time, for me, now at my age, I sort of stop and take a breather. And look back and see what I've climbed so far and how much more is left. So, just like when we get to those landings in our staircases, we're here today to sort of pause, catch our breaths, and think about what's coming next. Now, I think most of you are probably familiar with Disney's latest movie, Frozen, right? So, in the movie, as you know, Queen Elsa is escaping her town, and she's going to the North Mountain. And so, as she's moving toward the North Mountain, everything starts to turn to ice, right? Don't worry, I'm not going to sing. So, when she gets to the part of the mountain where it starts to get steeper and steeper, she can no longer walk on the mountain, she starts to create an ice staircase. Do you remember that part? So, every step she takes, a new stair is created. So each stair only comes into existence as she takes that next step. So it's a pretty cool scene, and as you know, the fabulous staircase ends up into this wonderful ice castle at the top, and she does all this and she's singing at the same time. So as I said, I will not let you enjoy my own version of that. So just as in the movie, when Queen Elsa's taking those steps, she doesn't really know where the next step is going to be or where it's going to be. And as I mentioned, eventually it does lead to an ice castle. Some of you don't know where you're going in the long term, this has already been mentioned. But you all know what your next step is. You all know that your next step is in high school. So I encourage each of you today to make that step deliberate, intentional, and to bring your best self along. So the next 4 years, just like the last 3, will go by faster than you think. You will grow in ways that you never thought you could imagine. And you'll be amazed by the number of opportunities that you will encounter. So if I have one piece of advice for you today for all entering high schoolers, it's that take that next step and do it intentionally, like you mean it. So many high schoolers find out later in high school that those first few steps mattered more than they had imagined. And they have to retake those steps, they have to take a detour in their plans. So it's only when we take deliberate steps, when we realize how much each step matters, that we eventually can reach our own ice cream castle. So I send you off with that thought. Take deliberate steps. Bring your best life. Let me introduce to you our board member, Mr. Shaquille Ali.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, how you feel so far? All right, so I see a lot of familiar faces. I see one of my neighbors here. Congratulations. All right, so a lot has been said already, and I know a lot of you can't wait to get to ceremony or get to Moonstar or wherever you're going after, so I'll keep mine short. Going with the theme of respect and gratitude, I would like us to give respect and gratitude to the parents again. So parents, raise your hands or stand up. Let's make some noise for the parents. Also, I don't want us to forget some of the people who work behind the scenes. So us as board members, our job is not to run the district, but our job is to make sure the district is well run, which it is. I'm very proud of our superintendent and his cabinet and all the work that they've done. But sometimes we forget some of those other people behind the scenes, like the secretary. So let's give the secretary a hand. They do more work than you could ever do. And also, let's not forget about the custodians, right? Yeah. And one employee that I think gets overlooked a lot are the cooks. Anyone that has to do with food, let's give them a hand as well. All right. But most of all, I'm proud of all of you. Keep pushing forward. Keep chasing your dreams. Don't let anybody stop you. Made it, that's right. You made it this far, but you still have a long way to go. And I can say that because I have a daughter who's your age. She just graduated as well. So keep moving forward. Like I said, keep pushing and chase after your dreams. Thanks. And now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Ms. Marie Buswella.
I want to see all of you, so I'm going to stand here because this is too tall and I'm too short. My mother was shorter than I was. She was only 4'11". And so I felt I was big because I'm 5'1". Then I got to meet all these other kids at school. They were way up there. But my mother said, good things come in good packages. Okay? Small packages. So with that, I want to say to you, boys and girls, I don't think you all know, but this year is the 33rd year that I have attended graduations here. And lucky I wasn't a student during that time now, okay? But anyway, but I have to say that today, it gives me most pleasure to say this is the greatest class I have seen in all these years. I see so much love, so much happiness, so much friendship. I've come to the school and saw dance performances, and I've seen the band playing, and any activities you have, I've run over to the school, and you guys are great. I mean, really great. But you're here because your parents were your first teachers, and your guardians or your grandparents. They're the ones that raised you, that when you came to school, it made it a little easier for the teachers to be your next guidance. I want you to remember what your families have done for you. I want you to remember how wonderful the teachers are here, and the principal and all the other people that are helping you anytime you needed help. That's what has brought you to this level, all the help we've had. Don't ever forget these days. Come back and visit, and let the teachers and the principal and all the people that work here know how much you appreciate them. So let's give everybody in the room a big hand because you all deserve it. And we've heard a lot of speeches and a lot of good words and a lot of good things, and I have to echo on a few of these things, and that is, now, many of you have desires and dreams to be something. It may not be what everybody else wants you to do, but don't lose that dream. But never lose the idea that you must continue with education, no matter what. and also follow your dream. But do the education. Don't say, oh, I don't need school. Also, students, I want you to know, don't think you don't need your family now that you're getting older. They need to be there to support you. And parents, you be there for them. Support them in every way. They may feel like they don't need help now, but you need help all the time. My children still call me, and one of them's 50 years older than me. She still calls me, oh, Mom, you know. They always will call you. Be there for them. Listen to them. Students, listen to your family. Listen to your children. Listen to your family. Listen to your teachers, because they want to help you. But parents, you listen to what the children have to say too. Right?
You hear that, Lonjas?
I was going to tell you, talk about another little story and tell you about all the qualities that I wanted you to continue with. But you know what? You have them in here already. You do. Continue to be kind to each other, serve your community, be kind to each other, do your studies, and be the best you can be. I can't imagine you being any better, but be the best you can be from now through high school, through college. Maybe some of you may not follow your first dream. I have to tell you something. I have 4 children, and one daughter decided to follow her brother and become somebody in business. So she started majoring in business at USF. That cost a lot of money. After 2 years, she really didn't like it. So she went to work, saving her money, and decided to become a teacher. And she was teaching dance. And she did that for a while, but unfortunately, she got sick. And she had cancer. And we were afraid we were going to lose her. But she had a lot of support, wonderful doctors, and she made it. And she came home and said, to me, Mom, I'm going to go back to school again. Now, mind you, when she went back to school, she was going to school with the kids she taught dancing. But I told her, hold your head up. You're making a change in your life. The job she decided to do was to become a nurse. And she's the best nurse you can find today. Because she cares. Find what you care about. Go after your dreams. We love you all. Don't forget all of us here. And I hope all of you find the dream no matter what year it is. Congratulations. Oh, sorry. I'm so excited, I forgot. Okay, now I'd like to introduce our newest board member on the board, Mr. Waters.
Thanks, everybody. First of all, I want to say thank you to the parents. There's a lot of late nights, early mornings, behind the scenes stuff that goes on that the parents don't get a lot of credit for. So first of all, let's give it in for the parents. Kind of hard to say much, it's a lot said, but I want to make this a little interactive. Students, I'm going to ask you a question. Be honest. How many of you guys think that you're not good at taking tests? Raise your hands. Okay. From here on out, I'm going to give you a nugget. I want you to say what I say, okay? I'm not bad at tests. I need to work harder at tests. Okay, from here on out, you are not bad at taking tests. Don't ever believe that, okay? Like Ali said, you have dreams, go for it. I'm going to keep it brief. I don't want to take too much time. But I can't end this without giving a shout out to my niece, Brooke Waters. up for your work. Thank you. I'm going to take this time now to introduce my colleague, Dr. Douglas.
Good afternoon, TRP students, parents, and staff. Since so much has been said, I don't need to remind you that this is a great transition. I don't even need to remind you guys that you're not really the junior high class of 2014, but the high school class of 2018, and college classes way beyond that. Because that's how I want to see yourselves. So think future. You want to see yourself moving on, gaining education, and moving out into the world, and engaging, and learning, and sharing yourselves. That's who you are. And high school might look like it's just the most exciting next thing, or maybe you're scared about it. It's a change. But you've got what you need to succeed. You know, work hard, show up, do your best, ask for help when you need it, keep smiling. Be ready to be a friend and to make a friend. Continue to keep your locker combination secret and stay out of the cliques and all the drama. I'm a mom, I can't help but give sage advice. Parents, you're not done. Join the PTA, stay involved at the school, show up, be active. When there's an information session at the high school, be there. When they need volunteers, be there. You matter more than ever to the school and your students, regardless of what the kids say about, Mom, don't come around the school. Okay, so there's a lot of work ahead. Take a deep breath first. You got a summer ahead of you. Enjoy your summer. Celebrate your achievements. Relax, have fun, get outdoors. Wear your sunscreen, wear your helmets. Stay safe and healthy. Go to the library. And while you're at the library, get an early start on the summer reading from the high school because those books will be checked out in August. Thank you. Congratulations, TRP class. And now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Mr. Joseph Mategi.
Thank you again. Now that we've had those few introductory remarks, it is my honor to deliver the 40-minute keynote speech. But first, let me take a selfie. Are you ready? One more. All right. So graduates, are you ready? Come on, class of 2014, are you ready?
You sounded like me after school trying to get the kids out of here. Thank you all very much. Appreciate your words. Thank you all. We will now have the presentation of diplomas.
Rayanne Hossein. Alexia Macanilla. Alice Lynn. Finn Hall. Jasmine Sarah Albalonza. Claire Marie Aviva. Andrea Nicole Aguilera. Mary Kathleen Acosta. Ashley Aquino. Amy Akar. Leilani Faye Bosco. Trisha Nicole Bautista. Yvonne Bermudez. Lucia Calabrese. Ryan Jason Avion. Moises Alaf. Ahmed Al-Faki. Manaseth Angeles. Ryan Anton. Daniel Adrian Aragon. Marco Escura. Michael Balanet. CJ Bataquin. Daniel Benjamin. Alexis Jordan Bernardino. Ronnie Biddle. Joe Bowser. Anthony Cabrera. Carlos Camacho. Emerson Alexander Campos. Renee Casano. Giovanni Castaneda. William Chamberlain. Melvin Chang. Adam Chang. Julian K. Capistrano Braga. Leanne David. Justine DeBorgia. Michaela DeCampos. Catherine Ann DeGusti. Alan and Darius De La Cruz. Quinn Caitlin De La Pina Limit. Astrid Diaz. Janet Diaz. Trinity Ariana Dominguez. Jemery Aragona Imaga. Rania E. Gabrielle Aragona Favor. Angeli Ann Canonigo Flores. Iris Flores Iglesias. Carla Gabriel. Elani Marie Galindo. Elizabeth Garcia. Sabrina Nicole Garcia. Delilah Danielle Goldberg. Maria Gonzalez Villegas. Malaysia Kulani Food.
Teacher, Morgan
Yahar Eduardo Ramirez. Anthony Romero. Ariana Hale. Giselle May Rivera. Meredith Paul. Angela May Brown. Tracy Perez. Nadir Hayes. Amy Wong. Crystal Ann Brown. Jane Robin Laxmonic. Sharon Lee. Chloe Nicole Avon. Ellen Grace Lopez. Veronica Rose Lopez. Cicely Long. Paula May Novice. Mary Christine Hudson. Jonathan Fernandez Gomez. Romeo Zamora. Brandon Hedges. Isaiah Ernesto Gardner. David Alexander King. James Lane. Rodney Lawrence. Aldrich Luna. Elijah Luna. Isaiah Luna. Anthony Vaughn. Hector Max. Gabriel Natsala. Jim Markholm. Joey Ryan Yara. Medina, Satya Lebron Barra, Roy Mendoza,
Janelle Manuel. Priscilla Moret. Alejandra Martinez. Julia McEltry. Rachel Miguel. Shannon May Payne Muller. Christy Moran.
Soriano. Rosalie Dela Cruz Tanner. Angelica Tiguan. Ronnie Hutchins Honda. Jasmine Valdivia. Carolina Vasquez. Elizabeth Vasquez Gonzalez. Eliza Signar Verador. Brianna Alexandra Verduzco. Lindsay Valarin. Kyla Nitu. Brooke Waters Ames. Vanessa, Evelyn Vanessa Zepeda. Sean Sales. Stephen Sampaga. Aiden Sanchez. Pietro Sanfilippo. Lee Santiago. Troy Santiago. Isaiah Sonta. Keanu Tafea Marie. Alexander Campbell. Alvin Tolentino. David Torres. Gabriel Troncoso Olmedo. Adonis Valiente. Angelo Velez. Joshua Vialta. David Villanueva. Samuel Christian Wood. Jason Wu. Shane Z.
Oh, JC.
Daniel Zhu. And last but not least, Jacob Alexander Slovinsky.
How did you come now?
Huh? No. I'm gonna call right now. What do you think?
Look at that kid. That's a
We can always.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the graduating class of 2024. Thank you. Well, we're almost there. I'm going to make this so short that Ms. Brazwilla's story about short and sweet will fit right in. So this day is for you, the graduates. I talked a lot about making choices, good choices, the consequences of those choices. You make good choices with friends, you got people you can trust. You work hard, do your homework, you're going to do well in school and in work. Choose to be honest to yourself and others. You will have integrity and you'll be trusted. Please, not that it really applies to any of you, don't be afraid to express yourself in this world. Be proud of who you are. Because in the end, it's not what others think about you. It's what you think about yourself that's important, and that's what matters. Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa, recently passed away, said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Be committed to your education, work hard in high school and college, so you will have what you need to do whatever it is you want. Not what I want, not what they want, but what you want to do with your life. like I mentioned, become the kind of person that's going to change the world, and you will. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, rise.